In August 15th, I was that kid in history class that didn't actually pay attention. Anyway, August 15th, 2015, a young millennial decided to move from New York City, having successfully built a fitness business with nothing, to start the first gym with a mentor. It was the hardest thing this person had ever done. Moved all of his books, all of his clothing into his Mustang convertible with $2,000 and a couple credit cards, and luckily no debt at that point, but not much to work with. He got one room rented of this boarding house where this Vietnamese guy owned, and it was like a Craigslist ad, $100 a week that he didn't really have, so his business partner fronted the money. His business partner owned a fitness business that paid rent to gyms to run the personal training. Together, their idea was to start the first $5 gym. Within 120 days, after maxing out those credit cards and running out of money, they had found the gym. It was a 10,000 square foot gym with equipment in it, but no members. See, the previous owners had gone out of business. And because as we learned, every time someone came to this gym, that's moving, they got greeted. Well, I don't know how to spell either. They got greeted and then they were given a water bottle. Right? So, hey Mary, thanks for coming in again. Listen, here's a water bottle, you know, here's the Sani, it's on me. Would you mind? And then they were asked, I didn't know I had an accent until right now, to check in on their Facebook. Now, this was a couple years ago. Since then, there's 1.2 billion people on personal Facebook. The average person on it is on in years, 30 and up. Our clients that are buying houses, they're on it for 55 minutes a day on average. So a couple years ago, it started with 20 people a day, and then 30, and then hundreds of people checking in on their Facebooks. How many friends did they have? They had an average of 1,000. Fast forward a couple years, when this person did grow up into someone that didn't cry every day, and I decided to start a company to do something most don't even know what the hell is, which is cultural development. I said, if we got the gym to be famous in that area, where literally people thought it was like a national chain, there's just a couple of kids sleeping in sleeping bags in the back. If we were able to do that using our customers' Facebook, why doesn't the world know who I am? Whacked up! There's kids on YouTube driving cars and talking about babes. Like, why don't we? So I said, I need to get my butt on Facebook. Now, I learned from a mentor, in real estate actually, the system that you know is the system that you use. And the system you use is the system that works. So I would say a little over a year ago, I decided, that doesn't even make any sense. I decided not to learn. I'm sorry, guys. Script that. 12 months ago, I decided to take that strategy, that ideology of the gym, and use it for me. So, fast forward 12 months. I'm speaking, and I broke it down into 5 principles I'm going to teach you today. A couple months ago, I was asked to speak in Los Angeles in the context of cultural development at a marketing summit. Now, everyone's worried about metrics. They don't really care about culture. But they asked me to go. So the night before the speaking, the event coordinator said, can you put something together about Facebook? So I think, okay. And he's like, well, yeah, because what you have to say about team building and culture is important. At the same time, we want actionable stuff that these guys can use. And, well, shoot, how did I meet you? I said, you met me on Facebook. So he goes, yeah, and you put something together. So this is what I came up with. 5 principles to build your personality brand for free on your personal Facebook for free. Because I didn't spend any money. The first principle. Be who you want to be perceived to be. And this is the most important part. Authentically. Example. I used to be 240 pounds, used to work out a lot, too much maybe. Definitely didn't like my insides, wanted my outsides. So I looked like a trainer, talked like a trainer, and every conversation I had was about training. So if I'm going to go into business where I want people to respect me for what I thought was important, which is, you know, my mind, right? What do I need to do? I need to wear a suit. So, before my accident, I wore a three-piece suit every single day. Be who you want to be perceived to be authentically. So, instead of wearing the trainer outfit, I wore the business outfit. However, the content, Carl talked about this, the content, my thoughts, my words, my value I put out there, it was about authenticity. Authenticity. Say that 3 times. Authenticity. It was about being myself. Why? Because if you go and look at the one of 500 videos on YouTube that I did in the last 10 months, thanks to Rob, you won't see anyone any different. It's going to be the same guy online as is the same in person. And if you don't like what I've got going on, that's totally amazingly awesome, cool. I'm still going to be the same guy. We're going to come back and do it. So that was the first principle. Be yourself. So example, this is very important. That if anyone in your brokerage says, yeah, we're going to do the film, we got the green room in the brokerage, we're going to do it, you know what? It's got to be perfect. Disassociate yourself. Take your iPhone and talk to your customers, like Carl said. He ain't just good looking, he's a smart guy. Take your iPhone and talk to her. It's not about the quality, it's the content. So be yourself. Okay? Second one. Who here has more than 4,000 friends on their personal Facebook? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 people out of this whole room. There's a statistic that says that 98% of people retire on Social Security, charity, and friends and family. Next principle. So only 3 people. Now, I'm going to give it to you like this. When you drive down the road and you see that billboard, if you go to work, who goes to work the same way almost every day? Or at least in the past when they had that 9 to 5. Okay. When you're driving that same way and you see that billboard, I want you to think about that billboard. That's one of your Facebook posts. So your friends that are your friends on Facebook, sometimes they see your billboard and sometimes they don't. Who's going to do better? Just odds-wise. The guy that has 500 people seeing his billboard a day or the guy that has 10,000? How many friends are you allowed to have on your personal Facebook? 5,000. And that's not counting followers, which is unlimited. So the second, and I'm going to give some context, 5,000 winners. And that's not about judging people. The context is, a winner is based on this philosophy of business. A business is your vision to solve someone's problem. So people that you can do business with, meaning you can help them. Right? If I'm an Asian and I have 10 past clients, they're all my friends on Facebook, and I'll give you a trick. You use this right now, you make money. Why? What is the one thing you have in common with them and their friends? What is the one thing you have in common with your past client's friends? That you did business with the past client. So I'm going to add my past clients as friends. I'm going to add all their friends, and they're going to say, "What? Who's that guy? Oh, he sold my house. Oh, shoo! Let me call him." Or they'll be like, "All right, I'll accept it." And then over time, because you're being authentic, and you're following the other principles, they say, "Let me call him." It's not about getting the girl at Hooters Facebook and adding her, unless you try to solve that problem. You want to get a date? This works the same, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. This is real. I do not need the dating site. Facebook. Culture matters. The third principle. So wait, who wants to have 5,000 friends now that are winners?
Winners. 5,000 winners.
Winners, people that you can do business with. So when I wanted to get my truth to the world, I added all of the influential people in Philly that I wanted to be around. And it's worked. It's worked. So, the third principle. Here we go. This one, at your own danger. I'm not going to write it out. You ready? You want to take notes, or you can talk to me after we get the rest. post so much that if they hate you, they'll unfriend you. If they love you, they'll want to marry you. Now this is the key though. Who here sits at home and wants to watch every commercial? All of them, not the ones at the Super Bowl, all of them. Anybody?
No.
Does anyone enjoy feeling sold?
No.
Okay. So if you post so much that if they hate you, they'll unfriend you, if they love you, they'll marry you, and it's all a sales pitch, you're getting ostracized. Mark Zuckerberg is going to come out and take you off. Meaning, you could have 5,000 friends, you're just going to bother everybody. Now, this is the context. The first principle is about whatever it is you do, real estate agent, insurance, whatever value you bring to the table, whoever you are, you know, your friends, your family, your faith, your not just what you do, who you are is out there, and it's out there enough of value, come from the right place. This principle will get the people that they're not ready for you to unfriend you, and get the people that are going to do business with you to do business with you. 90% of the people I work with was from Facebook, without having a website, without even focusing on Instagram, without any of that. And there's a time and a place. So that's the third principle. The fourth principle. Oh boy. I'm just gonna get real. All right, I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm gonna get real. There were 4 documentaries filmed between 1932. He knows where I'm going with this. 1932, and I just had love. 1932 and 1939. 4 documentaries that were filmed, they were edited. It made this person look like a genius, the savior. Okay? 5,000 speeches, 3 to 8 a day. Didn't have Facebook, didn't need it. But every speech, oh Carl, every speech was videoed. Videoed. The fourth principle is, and because it was videoed, we can learn from the past to not repeat it on an emotional level. You can go to the History Channel right now and see 70 frickin' documentaries of someone we don't want to model. And that was Hitler. Using video convinced the whole country to do evil, monstrous things that we should talk about. Because right now, all of you have the opportunity to put your positive message on YouTube. You have all the opportunity to put your positive message on your Facebook every day. I have some kind of opportunity now to speak my truth in an audience in Philadelphia because influencers in the city can go look at Jay and see 400 YouTube videos coming from the heart in less than 10 months. That's what got me in LA, not my book, not my website. So if it's not on video, it didn't happen. Think about it, we don't talk about Genghis Khan. He killed so many people, the CO2 emissions went up. But it wasn't on video! It was on video. Didn't happen, guys. It's in a book. It's in a history book. Alexander the Great, whatever. Still the hug. Sorry. Last principle. Are these helping?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And this was a total accident, by the way. I am not a social media, I teach it now, but this was about culture. What the hell are you going to talk about that? Last one. So we be who we want to be perceived to be authentically. Get the audience. Be in front of the audience. Content, value, right? Context. Be an authority, video. The last one. Don't be a salesperson. Be personable. Now, what does that mean? Don't be a salesman, be personable. When people do message you because you are of influence now, like Carl said, get to know your audience, you respond back to everyone. You own it. You're not delegating this out. For the first time in history, you have the opportunity to be your own billboard 24/7. You respond back to them and you do it from, like Tracy said, seek first to understand. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Socrates called it ethos, pathos, logos. Talk to their heart, right? Or get their empathy, talk to their heart, and then help them find the logic. She knows her stuff. Don't tell, ask the questions necessary through the Facebook Messenger, and tell the story that they need to hear of why you started your business. Right? Your personal story, your business story. Now, these 5 principles, if you just leave today, and we don't talk ever again, start being authentic, add some influencers, right? So if we have 10 past clients, we're like, well, look, we don't know who to add. Add all their friends that live in PA and New Jersey, right? Now, part of number 1 is, let's fix up the Facebook a little bit so we just look like ourselves. Not like we're all perfect. No. So be yourself. Get 5,000 winners. Start using it. If you don't post, listen, there's no algorithm for that. If you post once a day, please leave. I will hurt you with this. Be yourself. Huh? Oh. I've heard everything. I gotta beat it after this. We can talk about it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so post consistently. I'm not gonna tell you how much to post. I tell you this. I post so much that if they hate you, they hate me. I'm friendly. They love me. They want to marry me. Could be 10 times in a day. Could be 20 times in a day. But it isn't 0. It isn't 1. It isn't 2. It isn't 3. Okay? Last one. No one wants to be told they should buy something that you don't know anything about. Yeah. Right? That's the last one. I missed this one. One last thing, because you could take this and use it very well to your ability. Come up with 5 things that you enjoy, or 3 things, 3 topics that you like talking about. It doesn't have to be real estate. And then take each topic and write down 3 things you like most about those. And there you go. You got a bunch of videos that you could start from. Does it make sense? You got 9 videos there, and you can do 1 a week. When I first got in front of the camera, it looked like I had a hemorrhoid. Because
look it up.
I was afraid. Now, I think I will be a stripper again. Thank you. I know it's longer than 10 minutes. Sorry. Oh, we got a question. Yes, I'm single. I had to go for 3 times. This was just a show. No, I'm just kidding. Sweating.
So my question is, obviously, I got real hot on Facebook and feeding off each other's
How to dress.
for sure. And I agree with, they kind of got to hate you before they love you sometimes. But I want to go back, and actually the YouTube thing I think is really brilliant, because if you try to scroll down through somebody's Facebook and see what they did, if they post a lot, you can't find 5 days ago. You lose, So if it's not on YouTube, and there's not a library of
I
it.
put it on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, both.
Okay? It's both. Without putting anything out there to join my YouTube channel, 120 people have subscribed.
Yeah.
You know that they're fans because they went out of their way.
So
Sorry.
I learned that from you, but I want to go back to the fire circulating about, right, get rid of 1,000 friends because that'll help your algorithm. If those people are not engaging, right, and they're not liking your posts and they're sneak watching and they're hating you, you got to get rid of those people. So, I learned that as well. Those 5,000 winners, you'll find the right audience. Don't care what anyone else thinks, right? So
you start with this and you reverse engineer back, right? You go at it and then you reverse engineer back. So as I got close, now I'm at the point where I have it cleansed in a way every week, because then back in the day I didn't know this wasn't a strategy. You can learn from my failures, right? You learn from the mistakes I made where I added too many people too quickly. But the fact remains, it's just like credit. We may or may never know the algorithms, right? We may or may never know how it exactly works.
Correct.
So maxing out, you tell me, if you have 5,000 in this immediate era of people that are friends with you on Facebook and you're posting enough, even if it's a 15% algorithm, I'll leave you with this, right? Because that's 750 people. Robin Dunbar was a scientist that created a whole theorem on that we're not able to have more than 150 friends, like relationships. He's written many books on it. Okay? So just like to say that 750 people. You can't lose. You can't lose when you follow the principles. And you don't need a business page, a fan page, nothing in the beginning. What you need is to get in front of people and make it easier for them to trust you so you can have that conversation. Correct? So get there and then work backwards would be my advice. Last question?
Me?
Yeah.
So your videos, do you do Facebook Live and then export it to YouTube? Like, what is your system?
I just talk in front of, yeah, so part of this was personal development. Someone mentioned Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk started Wine Library TV in 2006. No one watched for a year and a half. Every day he filmed a video in front of a camera and just put it out there. I went from that mentality, I was like, it's not just what I put out there, it's who I become in the process. It's helped me grow as a person, it's made me a better speaker, and so on and so forth. It's made me a better father, I just can't wait for them to fire me. No, voices. So, what? It's gonna be fun, right? I mean, geez, this is like, how much are we gonna learn here? So, once you have the principles, you don't need medication. No, I'm just kidding. So, I'm teasing. Anyway, what was I saying? No. I got in front of the camera, you know, no, every morning I wake up. This morning I got up, I looked at the camera, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this again. You know, and then I just put it out there. And I'm not editing it, I'm not doing anything.
She said she was asking about live versus the
Oh, so live.
Like how you got
Because you can download your live video and then just upload it to YouTube.
Yeah, so there is a difference. Live is your show. We're going to create an audience with your live where people tune in. For the first time in history, you're the celebrity if you want to be. If you add enough value and create your audience. So live is your TV show. I gotta think of the videos, like that content videos. That's your brand. The belief people have in you to solve a problem. You're thinking about topics that you want to pour into and you're putting it out there, you know? So that in the long game, I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life. My children will be able to look back and see like, that was their father. Because he put out, seriously, that's a good reason. I talk about this in my course that I put together for this. They're gonna be able to look back and see that. So yes, you can take a live and upload it, but a live is your show. So you're gonna have your show once a week minimum. You can go live like we do, like sporadically, and there's no right or wrong answer there. Once you have your audience, and vice versa. But what I'm talking about, those content videos where you take like 3 topics. Let's just take 3 really quick. This is really like actionable stuff for you guys, right? So we got 1 topic, 2 topic, 3 topic. What's something you enjoy doing that isn't real estate? That isn't inappropriate.
Okay, for children and
All right.
families.
Children. Families. Now, can we all relate to that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Boom. Can we come up with like 3 topics inside of that?
Easily.
Right? And maybe even 5 videos on each? 5 videos on each topic inside. Now you got 15 videos. If we do that again, right? And again, we got 45 videos. 3 things that you're purposeful about, where your passion will come out. And you put that out there, and people will believe what you believe will be drawn to you. That's real.
Mic drop. Right.